Welcome to NCRP 507, Lecture 3B, Participation and Peer Feedback. So far, the participation in the introductions and the answering the initial questions and responding and providing feedback on the research questions has been excellent. Now that we are entering the third week of the course, and enrollment has stabilized. Students have stopped adding and dropping the class. So who you see on the discussion board is most likely the students who will continue throughout the course. I am going to get into how I will evaluate participation and peer feedback throughout the remainder of the course. This lecture applies to the discussion board and some other collaboration tools we will use. As you will learn, the self and peer review process requires participation of all group members.
Discussion boards are based on threads. As an instructor, I usually create threads with a question, and as a student, you respond to the threads. It seems everyone in this class is proficient at participating in discussion boards, so I do not need to elaborate any further. I am using the self and peer evaluation tool to randomly assign peer reviewers and set the timeline to complete assignments. Submitting assignments to the self and peer assessment tool is the same as submitting other assignments. It is essential that each student submits their assignments on time, or else they will not be properly assigned to the peer feedback queue. Once the submission date has ended, the assignment transforms into the peer evaluation mode. You must then evaluate the work of your peers. I usually give you a week to do so. Under the evaluation tab, it will give you the assessment name, the number of questions, instructions, and the number of evaluations to complete. To make it easier for students, I am only posting one criteria for each question. Here is what the viewing peer assessment submissions looks like. Because you have only one criteria, you should be providing all of the peer feedback in the one criteria box. You should also type how many points out of points possible you believe the author should get. If a submission is substandard, give constructive feedback about how you believe the author could maximize their points for the assignment. Your comments should be correlated with the posted rubric and grading criteria.
Here is the participation rubric for the remainder of the course. It is inclusive of the discussion board and self and peer assessments. If some students want a group to experiment with additional tools such as blogs, wikis, and journals, I can open up those areas, but for now I'll just keep the course as simple as possible. I will also post this rubric in the assignments. For the first 2 weeks, posting your introduction, research question, and responding to the discussion board about the internet search strategies and NCRP related resources was adequate for full credit for participation. For the remainder of this course, I will grade participation using the rubric on this slide. I hope this clarifies my expectations for participation and peer feedback for the remainder of the course. I look forward to reading your post and monitoring your participation for the remainder of this course.